Hey everyone. So today I've got kind of a weird little lock. This is, as you can see by the key, this is a Tierkey from iNAHO or iNAHO. I'm not 100% how to pronounce that. I videoed this because this is a weird one. So I've seen other locks from this brand before, these Tierkeys. They typically look like this. They are 2-row dimple locks. I've seen tons of formats, but they look something like this. But the important thing is they are 2 rows, no third row, and the dimples go all the way down the key like this. This particular one I found in a lot of these more normal ones, but this one is 3 rows, and it's got this weird configuration where it's got 4 pins on the right side, 3 pins on the left side, and then it looks like 3 pins on top, but there was actually only 2. The front 2 were active, and the back one is just a little thing for biasing. So here's the plug. You can see that rearmost top. It's like a ball bearing right there. So it's pushed in by a spring that's held up in here, and that just helps center the lock itself. So the pins, as you can see, there are 2 types. There are regular pins and there are these mushroom spools. The regular pins are over, this was a 0 lift, I think. These 2 were 0 lifts. And they've got these regular drivers, but this front one right here, this was not a 0, so it did just need a little bit of movement there. But then everything else that was like a meaningful lift does have one of these mushroom spools right here. Pretty standard on these high pin count locks. And you can see just again the configuration: 4 on one side, 3 on one side, and then 2 on the top. As far as I can tell, in the plug, nothing weird, no over milling or anything like that. But definitely a fun little lock. Lots of core rotation on it and clicks. Kind of a pain getting to these top stacks, especially this one in the front, not this one, maybe this one. They were kind of a pain because this was, you can see, that was 0, that was a 0, and the second one on this side, that was a 0. So, and then this one was a min, like just a little tap. So getting to these 2 pins amongst all the 0 lifts that were kind of stuck there was a pain a little bit. You can see these 0 lift cuts. They are pretty deep. So they were kind of a pain to get around. Yeah, they go pretty far through the key on those 0s. So yeah, I'd never seen one of these in this configuration before, so I wanted to just get it open on video. But yeah, so some type of Tierkey, just a slightly different version than I have seen before. You'll see I lose one of the drivers during the cut. It was this one right here, and I speculate it was a standard, and it was, because this is a 0 lift pin. So, but I did find it. It was on my floor. I think that's it. There we go. We'll get over to the picking section next. All right, I've got my Tierkey here. That works. And I'm going to start with bottom of keyway tension, just so that I can grab a couple pins up here in the front. Before proceeding. And then I'm actually going to switch to top of keyway for the rest of it, I believe. We'll see how it goes, but can get the top row. Top row in this is a big pain, as most top rows usually are in these 3-row locks. Not least because this particular one has a bunch of 0 lifts, and so the pins are usually behind some of the side pins that just don't want to move. Okay, I feel like there we go. So I feel like I dropped some of these side pins here. That is open. One second. Okay. That is open. I'm gonna gut this against my better judgment. But there you go. Okay, I just relocked it. I think this follower will work. This may just be a bad time, but I want to see what's inside here. All right, get my key, get a wrench. Let's get this C-clip off. Maybe. There we go. I really wish this had Bible covers, but it does not. So I'm gonna do it like this and just kind of hope that it works. Oh, this follower is too big. Okay. That's unfortunate, but perhaps not surprising. Where are my tweezers? All right, bear with me 1 second. I can just gut this like it is, but I would really love to have my tweezers to do it. Okay, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. There. Okay. All right. It's going to be an adventure. If I lose any key pins, I lose a key pin. All right, I'm going to do 4, 3, and then the top row I'll do on this side. Actually, I'm going to do 4, 3 in the top row on this side too. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This one should come out first. Yep. Okay, so you're going to be number 4. Oh, there might be a ball bearing or something. Yeah, it's not coming out. Okay, come here, spring. Probably gonna be one on this side next. Yep. And then I'm gonna guess this side over here again. Yep. And then a top one. Yep. Oh. Something fell out there. Okay. And then I'm gonna guess number 1 on this side. All right, top number 2. Or number 1, I guess, depending on how you want to number these. And then this can be the last one here. Okay. So I did lose a key pin somewhere, or lose a driver somewhere. I felt it fall out and it's on my desk someplace. So we'll see if I can find that. Okay. Let's get these without dropping a bunch. Okay, you are number 1 on this side. You are number 2, and you are number 3. Top, you are number 1. And you are number 2. And now this side, 1, 2. 3 and 4. Okay. That didn't go too terribly bad, other than the one driver that I believe is on my desk someplace. I felt it fall out of my hand. Unless it's on my floor, which would be bad. Okay, well, here. Let's do this. So you can see there are a bunch of spools. That's turned right there. That's a standard. The drivers look like they have overset traps on them. Or sorry, the key pins look like they have overset traps on them. These are the low lift ones. But yeah, this wasn't terrible. Lots of mushrooms. I don't know what this one was, but based on the key, it was probably a standard because it matches this one right here. And I think those were 0 lift, so there's no point in putting a spool there. So probably not super important that I lost it, but I will have to find it to repin this. So, all right, there you go. That is a iNAHO. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Tierkey, but this is a weird version of them. Usually Tierkeys, because I have another one here. This is the other version of a Tierkey. It's 2 rows. Nothing on the top. And you can see it's a 2 row there. So this is like a weird version of it. Shorter key, 3 rows, 9 active pins, because that last one in the top is just a ball bearing for biasing, as opposed to this one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pins on the 2 row. So probably a little easier with less pins, but 3rd row is always a pain. All right, I'm going to see if I can find that missing driver on my floor now. There you go. Thanks for watching.